Right now, I see your acronym of your name, BC, but that's not uncommon um, in our efforts recently. And then, like, the footage of you talking shows up after that.
Okay. Still hasn't come on?
No.
How about now?
Oh, yeah, I see you. Great.
Good.
Show me some stuff.
Okay. So hang on, mate. So by the way, this is my fence.
Okay.
So this is the fence line. So if I was, this is me standing at level height to it. Can you see me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they're, you know, that
So a
was well.
7-footer would be looking right over it.
I think so. Yeah. I think it pushing it maybe 6.5 foot. As I
Okay.
said, the one that came to my door, I think would have maybe just been over 6 foot. But I've noticed a few times I've seen heads through that bush over there, which have been easily seen, like the entire head. Now that fenced area over there, can you see that?
No.
Okay.
Uh, you're frozen again.
You're joking. Okay, that's really disappointing because yeah, this is
Um,
the one. This is the one bit you've got to see.
it means I probably won't see it until I watch the recording back.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to pretend you can see it. So I'm showing
Yeah.
you a off area. Now what it is, it's a rainwater drain that's been fenced off for some reason. Now that's where they are during the daytime, and they will sit there all day. Now in one of these trees that I've just walked past, I don't know which one, but there's always one of them. There's one sitting in there watching this entire park. There's one sitting in that tree watching this entire park, and the rest of them are just in that gap, are in that fence line. That fence line runs all the way down to the end of that sewer system. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk past them right now, and it's going to be the type of footage that you just need to watch over and over again to see how many things you can have a look at.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll show you.
So you're behind your house right now.
I'm behind my house walking past the rainwater drain.
Okay.
This is the spot where they sit during the day, and they go completely unnoticed. They cause nobody any harm, and they'll sit there all day just waiting to pop on out, waiting for night time.
Huh.
So we'll come back that way later, but I'm comfortable to stand in front of it when we shoot back. But this is the reservoir, and this is where I took that picture the other day. Now, see that brush? Oh, you can't see anything. What I'm looking at is the brush where I got that picture of the thing sticking its head out.
Okay.
Now, that same rainwater drain from up there runs directly under everyone's house and runs. Let's just have a quick look around before I go waltzing down there, because as I said, this group weren't super happy with me. And we've just got some people picking up some rubbish over there, if you can see them. So that's basically the creek behind my house, and I'm hearing a whole bunch of noise.
I can hear birds.
Yeah, I can hear something in the trees. Oh no, you beauty, it is a bird in the tree, that's good. Sensational. So what I'm showing you is just a hole from the rainwater drain. There's just something to my left that keeps moving. But that's alright. We're just going to pretend it's not there, just like everyone else does. So I'm just showing you a rainwater drain. So that is where the original rainwater drain that's fenced off, that's where that leads to. Now, if you can, when you actually get to have a look at this, you can see the amount of grassed area through here. You could hide a 10-foot truck in here and no one would know. What the fuck? Oh, it's a bird thing, fuck. So, yeah, so there's quite a lot of area, but it is commonly used because there's footpaths everywhere. But this is basically the bushland on the other side of my house, and what I'll also show you is just 2 more tunnels that they use. So there's a big, massive rainwater tunnel that I'm showing you right now, that connects up to that same system. And if we walk down this way, this is where there was another congregation the other day, because I kept hearing something and I just sort of followed the noise, and there's actually another rainwater drain down here, and that seems to be where a fair bit of action's happening.
How close are you to where they hide during the day?
Fucking real close. And this is the group that I don't know. So just there is where they hide. I'm just walking past it right now. So that was the rainwater drain. Tell you what, I'm just holding the camera towards something that I thought that's. I think if we can get a view of it, you might be able to, but I don't know if you can. But I can see it from where I am. Oh, that'd be amazing if that's what I think it is. It's not moving, but it wasn't there before.
What is it?
When I was over there, I kept hearing something towards my left, and now I've just turned around and there's just a small little head popping up, and there's a dark spot to its left. So, yeah, it just looks really interesting. But I don't want to get too close because it looks very interested in me. That's fucking never good.
It would make sense that they're watching, huh? Because you're giving them something to watch.
Yeah, hopefully it's just a fucking stick, but yeah, I think it's just a stick, hopefully.
Oh.
Anyway, but it'll give you plenty of vision. Look, we won't bother walking down there because I'm just a bit worried about how much battery life my phone's got. What we'll do is we'll go back to the main spot where they hang out, and I'll give you some real good footage there. And as I said, it's the type of footage you just need to just keep watching and watching and watching, and then you can you'll pick out a million things, right?
Right.
Now, okay, my thing has just come up with 10%. I'm going to try and work out how to swing the camera around so it doesn't look like I'm holding it at them. Fuck 'em. Okay. So, are you still frozen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get real close. I'm going to walk nice and slow, and hopefully they don't get too angry. But as I said, these are my guys. Now I'm not going to look at them, but I'm going to walk very slow. Now this is the area where they will sit. Now there's 2 different tunnels there. They love them both, and I don't know if they sleep during the day. I don't know what they do, but they sit here during the day, and this is all they do. So when I always hear things or see people out with ones during the day, it always kind of thinks, if you're looking for them during the day, you're looking in a spot, unless they're walking or moving, you're looking to a spot where they can hide. They've got no interest in doing too much during the day. Even though I've got a few knocks on my door every now and then, or knocks on the window during the day, I never tend to get much. It's always daytime. We're going to sit, we're going to wait, we're going to do nothing. And yeah, it's the night time where they want to come out and play.
So they're just a few miles away from wilderness, massive reservoir, massive forests.
Absolutely, mate.
What are some
No,
theories why they would come
not even
here?
a few miles away. They're 100 meters away from a reservoir that leads to like a humongous sort of forest as well. Now, I'm also walking past a real big tree. Now, this is a tree where they've always got a watcher in. And this is a nice little trick as well.
So you're looking up into the tree?
Yeah, we're looking straight ahead actually. Look nice and low above the grass. You're going to see a pair of little head. Or, as I said, they spend a lot more time in the trees than we think. So that's, tell you what, I'm holding the camera up into the bush right now. And when we're looking back at this, if you look directly up, probably about a metre below the top, there's a brown spot up there that's perfectly circular. It just says no point of being there. That would be worth really looking at on camera, even though I can see it during the day, which means there's something there. Now there's also another one that gives a bit of a call, and it always comes from down this area, and I've never been able to work out where it is. So whenever they're like, I get too close to that, or whenever there's trouble from that group of trees over there, there's always one sitting there during the day, but they're up high. And I've never been able to work out, but yeah, I started realising they spend a lot more time in the trees than people realise, just because of the vantage point it gives them.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't think to look up.
No, you don't. Why would you? But and it's always the little ones. Now, also while we're here, like this is once again explainable, but it's just not, because it's a different type of branch. So what I'm showing you is a tree branch that's been lodged into a tree, probably about 20 feet off the ground. Now it's actually a different type of branch. Could have fallen from another tree to it. That is possible. But fucking hell, it'd be difficult. So we just got a random branch that's been lodged into a different type of tree. So that's always a little bit tough to explain, even though it could have easily fallen, I guess, from that tree and been caught. But that's a big stretch for me.
So they would have to get pretty high to do that.
Well, yeah, and that's a really good view of that branch that's just been lodged up there. That's a completely different branch to the rest of that tree. Once you have a look at the footage, you'll see what I'm talking about. It just looks so out of place, it's not funny.
So if it's a marker, it's a pretty good one.
Yeah, mate, as I said, I don't know. And once again, same thing again up the top here. We've just got a completely different stick lodged into a completely different tree, and that is a long way off the ground. So I'm not saying that they're ones that are 30 foot tall that they climb. And that couldn't have fallen from anywhere. Because I guess it could have maybe fallen from the one next to it, but once again, I'm really stretching logic. But if you can see that one that's been lodged, jammed between a V shape of a tree, really, really tough to explain that. off. But as I said, I've got friends that are logical that would love to try and explain that off to me, and that's, I welcome that. You know what I mean? That's completely okay with me. And also, I'm just showing you my fence now. That's not my place, but there's just a fence paling that's been completely ripped off. That I'm just noticing now that I haven't noticed before. So once again, a little bit weird. So that's another view of their passion fruit tree that, as you can see, it just looks like it's been pulled down to make some type of shelter. We get random rocks that have been moved all over. But this is my favourite. These little patches of just random spots where you can tell something's been sitting.
Right.
Like spots like this, spots like that over there. They're literally all over the place up here. They're so careful not to leave footprints, it's unbelievable. Occasionally they do, but they tend to be really clever. Then we've just got in this complete dirt area, just random branches that have been cut, pulled down, ripped down, jammed into the ground. No one's doing this intentionally, like that type of stuff. That's not the council. That's just happening.
Branches pushed into the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
They're just branches from a tree that have been shoved into the ground.
That takes some effort.
It does, yeah. And plus those branches over there at the fence, they're my favourite. Like how do you not question that? And someone could look at it and go, oh, that's just the neighbours that have just thrown that over the fence. Yeah, no, it's not. They've been wedged. They've been jammed through the fence. Those branches. God knows why the neighbours haven't moved them out. Why the people haven't moved them out there. But there, and that's another area too, where I said that there's that second one that always lets everyone know. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one somewhere along there somewhere, but he's a hooter. And that's another view of the spot where they are, where they sit during the day. By that big tree, how much protection and how much shelter that massive tree gives them is unbelievable. But what you can actually see are just houses, literally, I'm going to say 5 to 10 metres across the road. That come and go all day. They make they don't interfere with them at all. They leave them completely in the lane. As I said, they're not intentionally harmful beings. They're happy to be left alone if everyone leaves them alone. So that's why I don't want to sort of entice them too much. Yeah. So look, but once this gets unfrozen and you have a look at some of that footage, really have a look at that stuff that I walk past when I walk past their little area, because you're going to see quite a few of them in there, and hopefully I'll walk past it slow enough. But let's just do it one more time just to make sure, just in case just while I've got some battery left. It'd be shit to not think we didn't do as much as we could in this last little period. How you been anyway? Good?
Yeah. Things are good. Kids are out of school now.
That's a closer look at those trees shoved into the thing. I know you're not going to be able to see it, but they're there. That's a closer look at that paling. That's just completely gone.
And what are you sensing right now? Do you feel like you're being watched?
No, I didn't get that. No, I don't. I got ducks making noises at me, but that's it. As I said, I'm pretty comfortable with this group here. Like,
so where do you think they are right now if you're not seeing them?
Well, also, I'm just going to quickly show you just one tree that has been absolutely annihilated. That's either a duck saying, hey mate, what are you fucking doing? So right now I'm just showing you a tree Sorry, but I'll answer your question in 2 seconds. I just wanted to get over to show you the condition of this tree. Then.
Yeah.
Broken branches, snapped off, and I'll just show you how big we're talking here too. Like these aren't branches that wind blows off. These are trees. Like that's a fucking tree. Obviously we've got a tree there that's just been cut, but those ones there, that's snapped. That's fresh, alive, and snapped. Same with the other end, fresh, alive, and snapped. So that's superhuman strength. And here's the magpie. No, it's a butcher bird. Beautiful. And here's this other tree over here. Now this one I just want to be a little bit cautious about in case there is one sitting over there. We want to go too close. Yes, because I get a sense that there's one over there. Let's get a really strong sense there's one there, but we're not going to go. But then I'm just showing you a tree that's literally been bent in about 4 or 5 different directions.
Oh.
Mate, there's that tree else, I think might have been a bit of it. You can see the bark on the ground, and you can see the patches where the bark's been stripped off. So I'm showing you a big empty bark spot, and there's the bark literally just thrown there on the ground. So something's got all the way up there and ripped it down. Oh, that's got to be fucking... No, that's not one. That's unbelievable.
You thought you almost saw one?
Yeah, I still think I am, but I'm just going to walk away.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, go ahead and do a Scott Carpenter where the video is going, showing from behind you. Like you did the other night when you showed me the lit up eye sockets.
Oh yeah, he comes up with some really good ideas. When he does the whole video of them walk, like when he's walking away, he's got the video pointed behind him.
Yeah, do that.
So that's like, I reckon he'd probably tell you he's caught more stuff doing it that way than he has doing it another way.
Right.
So we're gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna walk really close to these guys now. And we're gonna walk nice and slow. And if I go really quickly, it means one's telling me just to go away. But at the moment, I'm not getting that vibe. So I'm pretty comfortable with the fact that they're all nice and hidden, and they're all comfortable with their positions, which means like we might not see too many, which is really strange. And we'll just shoot back to one more time. But you can see a sewer there, one. But the main spot where they're hiding is that sewer hole down there, because that's the one that leads to the bushland.
Well, I heard that.
Yeah, feeling a bit funny. That was a bit of a fuck off, that noise.
I heard whistling, but then weird whistling mixed into it, and then a vocalization.
Yeah. That might have been a too close, go away.
Wow.
I'm holding it right in front of where I think one's looking directly at me.
Wow.
Still see him. And I can still see him. And he's not taking his fucking eyes off me. So hopefully you can see that on the camera. There he is.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I really hope you can see that.
Wow.
Anyway, mate, hopefully that gets you some. But even then, like that was only a quick. That wasn't anything major. Like that was only a quick fuck off. You know what I mean? That wasn't anything like I'm going to rip your head off feeling. And I've got that feeling before sometimes. But these days I don't get it at all. But I occasionally get the whole stop fucking around and move along sort of thing. And that's what I got just then. So I'm going to hold that into a bit of Scott Carpenter as we're walking back.
And this was the area behind your house.
Yeah. So my house is
Wow.
just there. That's my house just there.
The
The
area
next,
behind your
like,
house is bigger than I
yeah,
realized.
they're 20 meters away from my house where they sit during the day.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's not too far at all.
Are there any service roads or maintenance roads that go through that park? Dear Lord, we pray bread is okay right now. Hello?